Monday, everybody. So, thought you might want to join me. I'm going to be making some Tuscan Chicken Ravioli. And I'm going to make it now and put it in the slow cooker on warm until probably gets home. But it's back. So we're going to start out with our chicken. I had a couple pieces of chicken left, so I seasoned everything. I'm using our, where is it? I'm using our Tuscan seasoning instead of the ingredients in the recipe, and then I added a little bit more paprika. We're going to put those in and saute them about 5 minutes each side. And I've got some sun-dried tomatoes chopped up. See them? I didn't have a shallot, so I chopped up half of an onion really fine, 2 tablespoons of tomato paste, a tablespoon of butter, 1.5 cups of heavy cream, 1.5 cups of milk. We've got a cup of spinach. We've got a minced garlic clove and more of our Tuscan seasonings, and then I added some of the items that were in the recipe, so some extra paprika, garlic powder, and pepper, and a cup of grated Parmesan cheese. So we're going to put this all together. Oh, actually, I didn't know it had sausage in it, darn it, but I got some Italian sausage raviolis, which I was really hoping they were cheese, but it really doesn't matter. So I've got this heated up already, and we're going to put our chicken in and saute them. And I'm doing this in a rockcrock so that I can put this on our stand and let it keep warm. Let's see here. There we go. So there won't be as much chicken in this recipe as what it calls for, but that's all I had here, but just trying to make do with what's in my fridge. It says about 2 boneless, skinless chicken breasts. So that's about the tenderloins, 4 of them, or 2. So that's good enough. And this should really come together quite quickly. What is everybody having for dinner this evening? It's really rainy here, so just trying to find some new ideas, some quicker ideas. I'm thinking this is going to be about 15-20 minutes tops to cook it all and get it all ready. The sauce will thicken up with the tomato paste. It did call for cherry tomatoes but I didn't have any of those either. So you just make do with what you have. Our water is already boiling for ravioli, but I'm going to hold off on that. They're only going to take like 4 minutes. So once I flip these, I will be back and we'll do the next set of ingredients. Okay? Alright, so our chicken is done. I'm going to take that out and then I'm going to tint it with some foil. And we'll lower the heat a little bit too. And we'll slice this up. Butter and melt that up. Alright. And we're going to add our shallots or onion and our sun-dried tomatoes. Try to get all this goodness off the bottom. That'll flavor our sauce up real nice too. Okay. And our sun-dried tomatoes. There's a 1/4 cup of those chopped up. And our onion, our shallot. I used a half of one, but if you had a shallot, just one should be fine. And it says to do this for about 3 minutes. Okay, and then we'll add the the garlic for just a second. Taste between the tomatoes and the paprika. Okay. Let's see here. And then we'll add everything else. So we're going to do the garlic next. Okay. So when this is done, we'll add the garlic and then we'll we'll add, I did find tomatoes. I had a can of diced tomatoes, so I'm going to use those. And we're going to add tomato paste, the seasonings, combine it, and then do all of our liquids. And then our sauce will start building. The reason you put the onions, the garlic in a little bit later and only for a second is so it doesn't burn. You do not want burn. Okay. So a little trick, I don't know if you've seen on my other videos, but I take my tomato paste. So more times than not, you're not going to need the whole can. So I will set up some saran wrap and I'll take a tablespoon and just make little mounds and then fold it over and cut it and I'll freeze them. So I have exactly 1 tablespoon when I need it, and it melts right up in your sauces, so you don't have to defrost it or anything. So this recipe calls for 2 tablespoons, but it's a good way to not waste it, and it's ready whenever you need it. Alright, it's just about done. I'm going to add my garlic now. Literally, don't cook it too long and do not walk away because it will burn. Okay. And I just did 1 clove. Normally I would do more than a recipe calls for, but I don't have a lot of the ingredients, so I'm not doing full serving sizes. Okay. And we're going to add our tomato paste. Real quick, and then once you get this tomato paste down a little bit, broken up, we'll add our milk and our heavy cream. It's a really easy recipe. It might look like yuck right now, but once we put the liquids in, it'll thin everything out. Sauce should turn like a nice darker color or like pinkish color, and once I put those tomatoes in, it should definitely turn darker, and the longer it sits, it'll start thickening up. There we go. Almost broken up here. And while this is cooking down, I will put the raviolis on because they're only going to take 4 minutes. Just pop this on the warmer until dinner time. Let's see. Once it gets combined, it says to add the spinach, Parmesan cheese, and tomatoes to reduce heat. So we're reduced. I'm going to add these tomatoes. So you don't want this liquid though. Didn't need the tomatoes, but if you have them, easy peasy. Adding our spinach and our grated Parmesan cheese. And it says you could add more Parmesan cheese to the topping once you're done, once you're plating. And I think what I might do, I may slice up the chicken. I may slice up the chicken so that there's pieces of everything in here. But this will thicken up. I'll zoom you in so you can see what it looks like. back after that. Okay. Let's see here. There you go. I don't know if you can see that. So I'm gonna let that cook down a bit, and then I will come back for you. I'm gonna put the raviolis in, and we'll be ready to put this on the slow cooker. All right, we are back. Raviolis are done. My sauce is nice. It's getting nice and thick. So what I'm gonna do is add the ravioli, the chicken. I've already kind of sliced it up, and add that all to this. A wee bit closer. Okay. I love the strainer. It works wonders. It's nice and sturdy. Okay, put those in. We'll add our chicken. Make sure everything is coated. There we go. Put that in. Could not have been an easier dish to just throw together. Just make sure everything's covered nicely. I'll add a little bit of pepper, and when we put it in our dish, we can add some more cheese. That looks beautiful. Alright, we are done. I'm going to roll you over here and look at that. Does that not look great? I'm going to shut this off actually because we're going to put this on the slow cooker. But look at that. Chicken ravioli, Tuscan style. Bon appetit. I hope you all enjoy your evening, and if you want this recipe or kind of how I threw it together, let me know and I'll be happy to send it over to you. Bye.